Congratulations on a successful season so far.
Thank you.
So far everything's been really positive and I can't wait to see the show tonight.
Cool.
My first question to you is that growing up, did you always know that you wanted to be on stage?
Sorry.
No, yeah, that's right. And when was the time that you either saw someone on TV or stage and thought, that's what I want to do, that's for me?
Sure. Well, I always did. I always dreamt of it. I probably wasn't until I was in my mid to late teens that I was thinking I could probably maybe give it a real go. I had a really fantastic high school music and drama teacher, both two people who were just, you know, we did lots of musicals at school. I grew up in Perth, and I played the violin when I was 4. I started violin when I was 4, and I remember going on stage and doing like you know how they have those big folk concerts. It was at the Fremantle Town Hall with like hundreds of little kids playing rattle, rattle, duck, very screechily on violins. And I was never very good at violin, but I went on and did this concert, and I'm the eldest of 13 grandchildren, and I have a really supportive family.
Okay.
And so because I was the first, and there were only a few of us at that time, all my aunts and uncles and grandparents and my parents all were there watching. And when I came off stage, I burst into tears. Mum was like, "What's wrong? You did a great job." And I was like, "I just want to go back up there." So
just wanted to get back up there and do it all again.
And then, so yeah, I guess I did always dream of doing it, and then as I got older and I trained a bit more, and I thought I could make a bit of a go of it.
Yeah, definitely. So you said you're originally from Perth, you studied at Whopper.
I did.
After high school, but during that you scored a role in Mamma Mia.
I did.
And you understudied Sophie. Now what did that experience teach you about the entertainment industry, and do you think studying is important to, you know, further your career and get you to understand it more?
Well, definitely. I mean, I had a fantastic time at Whopper, and I really think that if you can get into Whopper, it's a fantastic way to go. Of course, there's a million ways to get into the industry.
Yeah.
It's not the be-all and end-all. But Whopper was what I did, and it was a really fantastic journey, and really great lecturers, and more than anything, I think the network that you build up while you're at Whopper, because there are so many Whopper graduates working in the industry, really served me well, in that I made a lot of connections with people that I ended up working with. And even just for the fact that when I first was in Mamma Mia, I was with a lot of people that I already knew from uni and that sort of thing, so it wasn't so nerve-wracking.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Great. You've been on both stage and screen. What has been your most exciting and enjoyable time so far? This is a hard question.
It's a very hard question.
Hard question.
Oh, look, I mean, I guess so to date, the peak must have been travelling in that bubble on opening night, coming down in Wicked. That was a pretty extraordinary experience, and I had, you know, my family and my partner and my grandparents, my parents and grandparents and sisters and partner were all in the audience, and then a lot of colleagues, and this was a long time dream of mine to play Glinda in Wicked, and I've been, you know, putting it out positively for years. So to be actually doing it
coming down on that bubble on opening night with everyone watching,
that was a major highlight.
Must be amazing. You've worked with, I guess, a huge, a big pool of talented performers in your short time. Let alone you've done so much in your career so far. What would be the most valuable lesson you've learnt from one of your mentors so far in your career?
Probably somebody who often pops into my thoughts. Well, there are a few women who I really look up to, three of whom I guess are Jill Perryman and Nancy Hayes and Tony Lamond, all of whom I've worked in bits and pieces with.
Okay.
And I just think the three of them as women in, you know, they were sort of the three leading ladies of Australian music theatre when they initially started to let Australians play the leads in Australian music theatre, and all three women have such grace and just are such beautiful human beings. And I think, you know, that people talk about divas, and they couldn't be further from divas, and they're such, I mean obviously masters of their crafts, all three of them, but just such lovely people, and warm, and really give a sense of that community feeling that we have in our Australian theatre industry. So I feel very inspired by the three of them.
Excellent, excellent. So you're playing Glinda now in Wicked in Melbourne. How are you finding it so far? You've been on for, I think, about 2 months now. How's it going?
Good. Well, I think we're really finally sort of settling in. It's taken a while because it's just such a massive show and a massive sing and that sort of thing. So, but we're really getting there, and having like I'm now relaxing into it a bit. And for the first, like really up until about a week or two ago, I was being so careful and not doing anything other than the show. Like during my days, I just sit there and I've been knitting. I've been getting a tally. I think I've knitted 15 scarves.
15 scarves.
We started in
so
the
you've been
theatre.
knitting and singing.
I've just been knitting and singing, and like that's all. And it's tricky because most of my family and my partner are not in Melbourne, so they all come and visit a lot, which is great.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
when they're not here, I normally be like on the phone to them all the time, but I've been trying really hard. So
Definitely a full-time job.
definitely a full-time job,
And
but I'm
more.
loving it.
Oh, excellent.